Hey friend, welcome back to the show. I am so glad you're here today because we're diving into something that I know is going to encourage you, especially if you've been feeling stuck or overwhelmed. For so many years, I believed that more effort was the solution to every problem. If I was tired, I thought I needed to just push harder. If I was anxious, I just needed to plan better. If I was not feeling particularly joyful, I assumed it was because I just wasn't doing enough, not praying enough, not achieving enough, not showing up enough. But here's what I discovered the hard way. I was chasing breakthrough with burnout habits. Can you relate to that? We're in this season of midlife, and whether you're in your 40s or your 50s or beyond, you're leading, you're showing up for work, for your family, for your faith community, and yet underneath it all, you may feel like you're missing yourself. That version of you that used to dream big. The version of you that felt energized and focused. The version of you that didn't feel like she was barely making it through the week on fumes and coffee. But friend, what if you don't need a full life overhaul to get her back? What if the key is showing up in one moment and letting that momentum build? Today's episode is about tiny shifts that lead to big breakthroughs in your health, in your leadership, and in your connections with the Lord. And it was inspired by my guest, who you will hear next week, Jason Yarusi. He is the host of the Live 100 podcast, and we're going to talk soon about his method called 432. A simple framework for living with daily focus and personal responsibility. But before that conversation, I wanted to share how this message intersects with everything I see in the lives of high-capacity women. Women like you who are ready to reclaim their energy, reset their health, and reconnect with God's purpose for this next season of life. Are you a busy woman in leadership who feels pulled in 1,000 directions? Do you wrestle with perfectionism, people-pleasing, or never feeling like you're enough no matter how successful you are on paper? Are you longing for more time, more peace, and more energy to live and lead the way God intended? Sister, you are right where you need to be. Hi, I'm Tanya, a wife, mom, healthcare leader, Christian life coach, and functional health practitioner. I spent decades hustling for my worth through achievement and approval, only to end up burned out and exhausted. But God showed me a better way, a grace-fueled way. And now, I help women just like you break free from people-pleasing and overwhelm, lead well, live well, and be well. Here, we blend spirit-driven success with practical leadership, wellness, and mindset strategies so that you can multiply your time and impact without sacrificing your health or your family. If you're ready to lead well, live healthier, and finally find the peace and purpose God has waiting for you, you are in the right place. So roll up your sleeves, sister friends. It's time to reclaim your time, restore your joy, and lead from grace. We've been sold this lie that breakthrough looks like a dramatic before and after. But more often, breakthroughs start small, quiet, private. It starts the moment you decide to get out of bed 10 minutes earlier to pray. It starts the moment you choose some protein and some water instead of skipping breakfast to rush off to work. It starts when you don't check your email before checking in with yourself. We underestimate the power of a faithful 5 minutes. But God doesn't. Zechariah chapter 4 verse 10 says, "Do not despise these small beginnings, for the Lord rejoices to see the work begin." And friend, maybe you just need to begin again. Let's get practical. What happens when you make one intentional choice at the beginning of your day? Well, your nervous system gets a reset. Your hormones regulate more easily. Your brain fog starts to lift. You stop spiraling into reaction mode. When I started changing my morning routine even slightly, I noticed that my whole mindset changed. I was no longer starting with my day with anxiety. I was starting it with alignment. Hey friend, quick pause. Can I speak to the woman who's running on fumes right now? If you've been feeling like a stranger in your own body, if the brain fog, the belly fat, or burnout have you left wondering, is this just what midlife feels like? You are not alone. But hear me, midlife isn't a crisis. It is your comeback. Through my personalized functional health coaching, I help high-capacity women leaders balance their hormones, restore their energy, and feel like themselves again, naturally. Are you ready to trade burnout for breakthrough? If so, join my waitlist at gracefilledleader.com/health. That's gracefilledleader.com/HEALTH. Jason's going to talk about living 100. Not 100% perfect, but 100% present. It's not about being superhuman, it's about being intentional. And his method, 4-3-2, stands for 4 priorities, 3 critical tasks, and 2 hours of focus time. I started to adapt that idea and I asked myself, what are my 4 priorities today? Faith, fuel, focus, and forward motion. What are 3 things I need to do? Not everything, just 3. And when can I give 2 hours to something that really matters? Not to everyone else, but to what I say is most important. Now, here's where the shift really happens. I want to speak directly to the woman who's striving so hard to get everything right that she starts to lose herself in the process. God is not impressed with your hustle. He is moved by your heart. And if you're waking up in the morning feeling defeated before your feet hit the floor, then it's time to take your mornings back. Not to be more productive, but to be more present. More present to what your body needs. More present to what God is speaking. More present to the things that actually refill your spirit instead of draining it dry. I want to give you a simple reset practice, especially if you're listening to this and you're thinking, Tanya, I feel like I'm too far gone for this. My calendar is full, my energy is gone, and my body is already breaking down. My friend, grace meets you where you are. Try this. First, pause. Take a deep breath and release it slowly. Then pray, asking God, what's the next right thing I can do with you today? And then proceed. Take one small step. Stretch. Nourish your body. Write down 3 gratitudes or go outside for 5 minutes of fresh air. These aren't hacks, they are holy habits. You don't need to flip your whole life upside down to feel better, to think clear, or to show up like the leader God called you to be. You just need to start. Start with your morning. Start with your mindset. Start with you. And I'm so excited for you to hear more about this in my upcoming interview with Jason. He's going to walk us through how to live with intention, take responsibility for our health and wellness goals, and how showing up daily with purpose can change everything, no matter what season you are in. Until then, remember this. You were created for more than survival. You were created for impact, and it starts with how you show up for you. Until next time, lead well, live well, and be well, sister friend. I pray this episode blessed you, spoke to you, or encouraged you in some way. If so, please share it with a friend and head on over to Apple Podcasts to leave me a review. That's the only way for me to know if you're enjoying the show. Nothing blesses me more than to hear from you. Also, come on over to our free Facebook community. This is a great place for us to support one another on our faith and leadership journeys. You can find the link to the group in the show notes or go to gracefilledleader.com/community. If you have questions or content ideas for the show, please send me a message on SpeakPipe or via email. Go to gracefilledleader.com/contact and leave a written or voice recorded message. I would love to know how I can best serve you on the podcast. Now to Him who can do immeasurably more than we can ask or imagine, according to His power that is at work within us. Ephesians 3, verse 20. Until next time, my friends, God bless.